Today, we're tackling the most common questions I get either from DMs on LinkedIn or by email from law firm owners. And they all center around how do you find the right financial partner for my law firm? And when I say financial partner, that could mean a bookkeeper, a CFO, or an outsourced team member that helps you make sense of your numbers. But here's the problem. There are so many options out there. It's hard to know who actually understands law firm finances, who's just a generic accounting service, and what you truly need at your stage of growth. So, in today's episode, I'm going to answer some specific questions that law firm owners have asked me and give you practical advice for each one.
Welcome to your Profitable Law Firm podcast. I'm Kelley Brubaker, your dedicated host, passionate about empowering law firm owners. Let's dive into the hidden strategies that lead to overflowing profits, scaled growth, and thriving lives. This is where overwhelm transforms into confidence, enabling you to create and enjoy your dream firm and your dream life.
Okay, question number one. What are the best bookkeeping services tailored for law firms? So, the best bookkeeping services for law firms are those that understand legal accounting rules, trust accounting rules. And yes, that is its own world. Now, a regular bookkeeper may know QuickBooks, but a law firm bookkeeper knows the difference between operating and trust accounts, how retainers are handled, and what earned versus unearned income means. So at my accounting firm, Profit Scale Thrive, my team specializes in law firms. And that means every transaction is coded correctly for compliance and clarity. So when you're evaluating someone to hire for your bookkeeping, look at these three things. Ask them if they use legal specific software. These would be options like MyCase, Clio, Rocket Matter. And are they using the MyCase accounting or Clio accounting, or are they pairing those systems with QuickBooks Online? Second, ask them what they know about the three-way trust reconciliation and how often it's required to be completed. The answer is monthly. And then ask if you can get a sample of financial reports that they provide to clients. Make sure that they produce clear financial reports that you can understand. If the bookkeeper cannot do those three things, they're not tailored for law firms. Okay, question number two. Where can I find outsourced bookkeeping help for small law firms? So outsourced bookkeeping is perfect for firms under $1 million and possibly in certain situations, firms under $2 million who just don't have the volume to hire someone in-house. There's a couple ways you can find outsourced bookkeepers that specialize in law firms. There's specialized accounting firms like mine, Profit Scale Thrive, that we focus only on law firms. And it's very evident when you get to my website that we only work with law firms. Ask other law firm owners. You know, attorneys are very good at networking with other attorneys in their area, whether that's in your local physical area or in your practice area. Ask them who they're using. That's going to be the best way to find out someone who is already currently working in the legal industry. So what's important is that the bookkeeping provider doesn't just reconcile your books, but they also help you interpret them. Otherwise, you're just paying for data entry and not decision support. So something that you could ask would be, can you show me what's driving my cash flow? And if they can't answer that, that's a red flag. Question number three. Who provides cloud-based bookkeeping solutions for law firms? Almost every law firm by now should be cloud-based. And that means your data, reports, and even trust reconciliations are accessible securely from anywhere. Now, my firm, we use QuickBooks Online and MyCase Accounting, which integrate beautifully. Other great options include Xero that you can use with Clio or Rocket Matter, or you can even use Clio with Clio Accounting. The goal here is not just being in the cloud. The goal is visibility with real-time dashboards, automated bank feeds, and collaborative review between you and your financial team. So when you hear cloud-based, think transparency and timely, not just information stored online. Question 4. What services include financial reporting for law firms? Okay, financial reporting is where bookkeeping becomes strategy. A solid provider should give you reports that can answer questions like this. How profitable is each attorney or each practice area within your firm? What's your average case value? What's your realization rate? And what's our cash position over the next 90 days? Most bookkeepers only deliver a P&L and maybe a balance sheet, but for law firms, that's just not enough. You need a cash flow forecast and a KPI dashboard that translate your data into decisions. At my firm, this is where our quarterly financial navigator service comes in, helping owners read their numbers like a CEO, not as an accountant. Question 5. Which companies offer CFO services specializing in legal practices? There are many firms across the US that offer CFO services, but very few specialize in CFO services for law firms. And that's why my firm exists. So you are going to want a CFO who understands both law firm economics and partner psychology. A legal CFO helps you forecast revenue and expenses with seasonal patterns in mind. They can help you design a compensation plan that rewards productivity and collaboration, and help you plan distributions so owners aren't constantly worrying about payroll timing. There are a few other good players in this space, typically former legal ops professionals or CPAs who've niched down into law. But make sure whoever you hire actually speaks law firm speak. Question 6. Where can I hire a CFO firm that understands legal industry finances? So seriously, that's me. But really, this is an important question because CFOs in general come from many backgrounds. Some focus on e-commerce, others on manufacturing, or even SaaS. But the legal industry has unique quirks. There's retainers, there's trust rules, contingency cases, client costs, referral fees, and cash flow tied back to billable work. And if your CFO doesn't understand that, their advice is going to be off base. So when hiring a CFO for your law firm, ask these questions. What percentage of your clients are law firms? Do you help with trust or IOLTA compliance? Do you track realization or WIP? If they say yes to all of the above, then you've probably found the right fit. Question 7. Which companies handle trust accounting for law firms? Okay. The truth is brutal on this one. Trust accounting is the Achilles heel of just about every law firm. It's also one of the biggest ethical risks. You should only trust this to someone trained in three-way reconciliations and bar compliance reporting. Now, my firm handles this as a standard part of our bookkeeping services. Another option would be to find bookkeeping firms that partner with your case management system. So someone who partners with My Case or partners with Clio or partners with Rocket Matter. Ask to see a sample trust reconciliation that they've done. And if it doesn't tie out to both the client ledger and the bank statement, then they don't really know what they're doing. And the last question for today, who offers scalable bookkeeping services for growing law firms? So this might be awkwardly worded question. Okay, growing and scaling are two different things. So scaling means your financial systems can grow with you and not collapse under the weight of more cases, more staff, and more partners. So at the start of your firm, you might just need a bookkeeper who reconciles your accounts. But as you grow, you're going to need monthly financials that you can trust. You're going to need cash flow forecasting and strategic guidance on hiring, compensation, and growth planning. That's why at my firm, we built a full ladder of services from what I call just the books, which is my basic entry-level bookkeeping package, up to a fractional CFO partnership. So you can scale up or down depending on where your firm is today. That flexibility is key. So no firm should outgrow its financial team. Your system should evolve with you. If you've been wondering who to hire, what tools to use, and whether it's time to move from bookkeeping to CFO strategy, here's my simple framework. So bookkeeping is accuracy, reporting is clarity, and CFO strategy is confidence. When you have all three, your firm stops reacting and starts leading financially. If you're not sure what level of support you need, head over to my website. I'll leave a link in the show notes below. and book a free curiosity call with me. It's no sales, it's a pure conversation. We'll talk through where your firm is on the financial maturity ladder and what is the next best step, what it looks like for you. Thanks. That's all for today. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below. Hey, before you go, grab my new book, Plugging the Leaks: 10 Ways Lawyers Waste Money and Simple Fixes. It's a quick read, plain English, packed with checklists, templates, the 7 to 60-day collections escalator, and the Core 4 dashboard. So you can keep more of every dollar you earn. Now, you can order the paperback or Kindle on Amazon, or you can download it for free, the PDF format, using the link in the show notes below. Remember that profit is something you intentionally plan for in the beginning. It's not a potential bonus at the end of the year. Thanks for listening.